Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulihil Kareem wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. This is part of an English translation of the talk, Enter Islam Completely, by Mufti Taqi Usmani. May Allah Ta'ala preserve him. Since the Muslim Ummah, the global community has gone into decline, like some other religions, we have limited deen. Deen means religion to a few rituals only. As long as we are in the masjid, we are praying at home, we do remember that Allah Ta'ala and His Messenger have given us some commandments to follow. But as soon as we go to our workplace, to the bazaar, or to other practical aspects of life, we completely forget that Islam has given some commandments that we are supposed to follow at our workplace and in the bazaar too. The Holy Quran says, O you who believe, enter Islam completely. Surah 2, verse 208. It shouldn't be that we are a Muslim only when we are in the mosque and we completely forget about how Allah Ta'ala wants us to behave when we are at home, at our workplace, and in the bazaar. We should be a Muslim everywhere. In the following verse, Allah Ta'ala has addressed Qarun, who was a very wealthy person at the time of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam or Moses. He was so rich that while mentioning his wealth in the Quran, Allah Ta'ala has said, Indeed, Qarun was from the people of Musa, then he rebelled against them, and we had given to him such treasures as their keys would weigh too heavy for a strong group of people. Surah 28, verse 76. Allah Ta'ala gave him some commandments through Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, which have been mentioned in the following verses. While this was an address to Qarun, but the commandments actually apply to every wealthy person. Allah Ta'ala gave the following four advices to Qarun. Number one, seek the betterment of the ultimate abode, which is Akhirah, with what Allah Ta'ala has given to you. And number two, do not neglect your share from this world. Number three, do good as Allah did good to you. Number four, do not seek to make mischief in the land. In the first part of the verse, Allah Ta'ala does not say that seek betterment through what you have, and rather says that seek betterment through what Allah has given to you. This is the main difference between the attitude of a believer and a non-believer towards his own wealth. A non-believer thinks that whatever wealth he has accumulated is a result of his own endeavors. He has earned it through his own efforts. Therefore, he has the full right to spend it as he wishes. No one else has the right to tell him how to spend it or not, how not to spend it. As narrated in the Holy Quran, the people of Hazrat Shoaib alayhi salam had said to him, they said, O Shoaib, does your Salah command you that we should forsake what our fathers used to worship, or that we should not deal with our wealth as we please? You pretend to be the only man of wisdom and guidance. Surah 11, verse 87. What they seemed to be saying was, why are you telling us not to measure less? Be just. Think about haram and halal when earning our wealth. What right have you got to tell us how we should conduct our business? This is our wealth, our property. We will earn it and spend it as we wish. This is the mentality that this is my wealth, I'll spend it as I wish. But Allah Ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, to Allah belongs what is in the heavens and what is in the earth. Surah 4, verse 131. Everything in this world and in the heavens belongs to Allah Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala has granted some of it to us. That is why it has been said that seek akhirah, the hereafter, through what Allah Ta'ala has given to you. It has not been said that seek akhirah through your wealth. So we should always keep it in our minds that whatever we have, our wealth, our property, our bank balance, they all belong to Allah Ta'ala. It is true that we worked hard to ach- obtain those things, but how many people are there who work equally hard or harder but can never achieve the same degree of success? There are many people who work very hard to increase their wealth but are never able to do so unless Allah Ta'ala wills it. A Muslim should always be mindful of this fact. There are three differences between the attitude of a Muslim and a non-believer towards their own wealth. The first is that a Muslim thinks that whatever he owns has been granted to him by Allah Ta'ala and is a blessing and a mercy from Allah Ta'ala. On the other hand, a non-believer believes that whatever he has earned is through his own efforts alone. The second difference is it is the duty of a Muslim to use his wealth to make his akhirah better. While earning this wealth and spending it, he should ensure that he does it in a way which pleases Allah Ta'ala, so that his wealth becomes an instrument of deen, that is religion for him, and help him make his akhirat better. If a person is mindful of following Allah Ta'ala's commandments both when earning his wealth as well as spending it, his dunya, which is material wealth, becomes deen for him. The third difference is that a Muslim also earns an income and spends it, just like a non-believer does, but he's always mindful of Allah Ta'ala while doing so. If a person conducts his business with two intentions, the first that Allah Ta'ala has assigned me some rights and I need to fulfill their rights of my own self, their rights of my wife, my children, my parents, and that I'm doing this business, conducting this business to fulfill all those rights. And the second, that by conducting this business, I'm trying to fulfill a need of my society and fulfill the needs of the people by making this process easy and affordable for them. Then all his business will become deen for him. If a person conducts his business with these two intentions in mind and at the same time adopts only halal ways of conducting business and avoids haram income, then all his business will inshallah become ibadah. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. I'll shortly narrate part two. Thanks.